This presentation goes over Chapter 1 of our book, Introduction to Technical Communication. I'm going to discuss with you a definition of technical communication, the challenges of producing a technical document, and also the characteristics and then qualities of a good technical document. And then we're going to look at a couple of examples of technical documents and then wrap up with just the main points that I want you to take away from this presentation. So what is technical communication? Well, our book defines it as encompassing a set of activities that people do to discover, shape, and transmit information. I like to think of it a little more condensed as it's translating information for a specific purpose and audience. It's translating from whichever group has the knowledge to the group that needs the knowledge. The challenges that come from it are there's three main areas. There's the audience. You need to know what your audience knows about the subject, and then you'll need to understand how to limit the scope and technical detail so that the audience can use the information correctly. And then how will your audience use the information? Are they building something? Are they learning something? Those are things you have to take into consideration. The purpose is the next thing that causes the biggest challenge. You need to know what you want the audience to know or believe after reading the document. And then lastly, the document itself has its own challenges because you're restricted by budget and schedule. Those can be very limiting in how much you can put out there and how big the document can be. The characteristics of technical document are six. There's six of them. So it addresses a particular reader. It helps the reader solve a problem or do something, really. And it reflects the organization's goals and culture. So think about Apple. Whenever you're looking at an Apple instruction manual, you know you're reading an instruction manual from Apple because they have a very specific way that they lay out their information. It's produced collaboratively. It's going to be clear to you that the writer isn't necessarily the person who has all the information. It also uses design to increase readability, so you're going to have you're going to have information chunked. It's going to be spaced out so you can read it easier. And then it consists of words or images or both. So in that chunking, you may have pictures that break up the text so it's not so hard to read. Now, in addition to that, the qualities of a good technical document, or the measures of excellence, as the book calls them, it's going to be honest, it's going to be clear, and it's going to be accurate. It's going to be comprehensive in that it encompasses everything that the reader needs to know about the particular subject. It's going to be accessible to those who used things like text to speech. And then it's also going to be concise. You know, the document is going to be clean cut and easy to read because it's got just what you need in it. And then it's going to also be professional in appearance. You're going to be able to tell that that is a document very specific for a purpose. And then it's going to be correct. So I've got a couple of examples of technical documents that I want to share with you. And I'm just going to pop over to this other screen here. So this is dishwasher installation instructions for a Frigidaire dishwasher. As you can see, we've got both text and images, and you'll notice the text isn't all the same. We've got bolded, we've got italicized, it's broken up into chunks with bullets. This is going to be an easier to read document. And the way that the document is laid out, we've got three different parts here for each page, actually more than that if I zoom out a little bit. But you can tell that this is a well-designed document for a specific purpose. And we can just scroll through here a little bit and you can see the instructions on how to prepare for your installation. So this is a good example of a very technical document. And then let's look at this one here. This is for a swing set. And this one is a little less dense than the previous one, but it's still well designed. We have information that is important to know in boxes. We're also reaching a different audience in the different languages that we're putting here. And then we have the images that help us know what the document pertains to. We also have important information highlighted and easy to read, which is super important in a document. And then we also have nice pictures. They're black and white, but they look like the actual item that they're depicting. So that makes it a little bit easier to read. So anyway, this is an example of a good technical document. So now I'm going to go back to our presentation. So now in conclusion, these are the main points I want you to take away. Technical communication is a piece of communication that translates information for a specific purpose and audience. Its creation is dependent upon three main factors, and that's the audience, the purpose, and the document. So make sure that you know what those factors are. It has to address particular readers. It needs to help let the readers solve problems or do something. It reflects the organization's goals and culture. And you will be able to tell it's produced collaboratively. It uses design purposefully to increase readability, and it consists of words or images or both. And lastly, it needs to be honest, clear, accurate, comprehensive, accessible, concise, professional looking, and correct. All the measures of an excellent technical document. And that's it for this particular presentation. I still encourage you to read the book. There's still quite a bit of information I didn't go over, but these are just the main points I want to make sure you took away. Thank you.